came out tonight. This is exactly why it's so important that we get to have this night. Tomorrow is about friendly competition and enjoying other schools and what they can put on, but tonight we get to celebrate our community and the things that we have done and put together here, and I just am so thankful for this community and how much you come out and support and how much you cheer. So keep it up, because these kids have yet to have a live audience. So laugh at jokes, feel free. Clap at parts you like. Feel the freedom to enjoy our show tonight. So just so you know, because we're going to be competing tomorrow, there are a few things that we want you to know that's just like housekeeping, and Mrs. Kortuem's going to touch on those.
Yeah, so One Act is a little bit of a different vehicle than the rest of theater because we have a lot of rules, and it's also competitive. So it has to be under 35 minutes. It has to, you can't, we ran into some issues where you can't elicit a response or do any kind of improv. It has to be purely anonymous. We can't break anything or spill anything. The rule book is 16 pages long, and I did get the privilege to read that the other day. But so there's just like a lot of things. Time is always a worry. What's great about this production is that we don't have to worry about time. So that's why it's really great to know. This is a comedy, so it's really great to know where our laughs are so that we know if we're going to be in danger of time, if we have to hold for laughs. That would be such a great problem to have, too. If you are coming to see us tomorrow, we are at St. Paul Academy, the Summit School on Randolph. They have 2 campuses. We're on Randolph. We perform at 1:55, telling everyone 1:50, okay? They close the door when we start, so it's at 1:50. We ask that our spectators refrain from wearing New Life gear. They're supposed to be judging us blind, and so if our loudest crowd is all wearing NLA and doing this, then the judges might go, ooh, NLA, they're supposed to be good. And then they watch us a little bit harder, and we don't want that. So if you want to stay, the awards ceremony, I think it's supposed to be around 3:45, and then first
Moved
and
up.
yeah, we had someone drop out yesterday. So
Not from our team, but other schools.
sad, yeah. First and second place get to go forward to the section tournament, which is the weekend after. The first place team at that tournament advances to the state tournament, which is the week after that. I think that's all I have to say about leaders.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, just thank you for being here. You'll see in your program that our very own Mrs. Kortuem wrote this one act. Because a lot of schools are like scouring and trying to find like the coolest piece to make sure that they're making their mark, and it's just so nice that we have a built-in writer that gives us work that's like dedicated to our community, for our community, because we're kind of a unique group of people, and I feel like this represents us really well. So I hope that you enjoy it. I also just hope that you can encourage these kids for the boldness that it takes to go out here and act like frogs and act like turn into plants, and the many things that you have to look forward to coming up. I'm going to pray, and then we're going to get this party started, yeah? Dear Jesus, thank you so much for this community, for this time that we get to have together to celebrate our students and how much work that they have put into making this production happen. Lord, I thank you for the creativity that you have given all of us, that you are our creator God who has made us to create. Lord, I thank you that we get to celebrate that in this moment. Lord, I pray for our audience that they'll be able to take something away about this story. I pray for our cast members that you'll give them peace. I pray that they will have their best show just to give you glory for all the talent that you have placed in them, Lord. We thank you that they're not burying it, that they're being bold enough to share it. In Jesus' name, amen. Amen. Writer's Block by Gina Kortuem.
Okay, Mr. Clark, I know I've got an idea in here. I just need to find it.
I should hope so, Alistair. You're 3 weeks overdue.
Don't remind me.
You used to be so good with stories. Your shows were popular with critics and audiences.
I know.
What happened?
I don't know. There's just too many of them, up here and out there.
Sir,
Do you still need us? I don't know.
Yes, please stay a while longer. Let's continue on the list.
Right. Oh, here's one. A beautiful girl has a tough relationship with her mother, who kicks her out of the house.
Okay.
She runs into the wilderness, where she finds a house filled with, little people.
Charming.
In exchange for room and board, she cleans their house.
Alistair.
And we'll find another conflict. Like, maybe the mother goes looking for her. Oh, maybe she's like a shapeshifter or something.
You're describing Snow White.
Oh! I knew the little people came out of nowhere.
Look, we need you to find an idea that is original. Now, I know you can do it. You've written a dozen plays by now. What else do you have?
How about an animal story? Everyone loves animals, right?
Sure, kind of difficult in plays, but...
Right. Okay. Young Davis lives on a farm in the pioneer days of America. He befriends a dog. Sure. Let's call it old feller. Young Davis and old feller become the best of buds until, and this is gonna break your heart, Mr. Clark, until
The dog gets rabies.
How did you know that?
It's Old Yeller, Alistair. You can barely even change the title.
Cut it out. We're finished.
You can't recognize the story of Old Yeller?
Oh, still sad though.
Seem very good at this.
No, just wait. I have more ideas.
I just don't think you found your idea yet.
No, there's hundreds of ideas in here. At least one of them has to be original. Got it! Okay, we're in a small town in New England, and everyone is gathered in town, including the general store owner, the mayor, the village rapscallion, and the token housewife. Are you with me?
I'm with you.
Right. So, the mood is tense. Like everyone's trying to play it cool, but something's also weird in the air. Suddenly, everyone pulls out a slip of paper and they write their names on it. They put it in a box while they all start milling around. Like, what's happening, right?
Wait a minute, isn't this a...
Suddenly, the mayor grabs a box and pulls out the name of the housewife. The rest of the town take up rocks and they...
Enough!
Too far?
Oh, I'll say it's too far, Shirley Jackson!
Sir?
Who's Shirley?
That's the lottery. Every author knows that story.
Oh, shoot. I thought I was really onto something there.
Alistair, I'm hiring you an assistant.
No, sir. I'll get there. I just need more
I'm
time.
sure you will, but this assistant will help you with that. You can expect one to show up around later this week. Oh, and Alistair, don't let me down.
I'm 19 actually, just short for my age.
I'm under some pressure.
Clearly.
Look, if you don't mind, maybe you just clean some of this mess up. I've got some writing to do.
Actually, Al, I'm here to help you with that writing.
But don't call me Al. And I'm sorry, but I don't think you have any idea what I do for a living.
Sure I do. You're Alistair Mooneyham, the famous playwright. You wrote your first show when you were just 15. You were on Broadway by 20. You've got 8 Tony nominations and 3 wins. You're one of the biggest commercial successes of the past 2 decades. But your past 3 shows have failed, commercially and critically. Producers don't want you anymore. They say you're washed up. Hey! Mr. Clark is the only one willing to take a chance on you now, but you're almost a month behind deadline for a script. And you don't even have an idea. Frankly, you're toast. I'd say you should take any help you can get at this point.
Wow. When you put it like that, still no.
Fine, I'll tell Mr. Clark to bill you for the day, but that you didn't want any help.
No, wait. Fine. Have a seat. Okay. Here's how this is gonna go. I don't want any feedback from you. Got it? Just write down what I say, and I'll sort it all out later.
If you say so.
Okay. Okay. I've got this one idea floating around, and it's kind of out there, but it just might work. The play begins with our protagonist, Carlos, as he is transformed into a giant insect. Not sure what kind yet, but he's lying on his couch taking a nap when suddenly he wakes up and he's a bug. I said no talking. So, the whole play is about Carlos as he tries to get through life as a bug now. Get it? It's funny, right?
Sure, except that it's the metamorphosis.
What?
Franz Kafka wrote that story, Al.
Don't call me Al. Darn! Another rip-off. What's the matter with me?
If I could just suggest a few exercises.
I don't want your help. Metamorphosis. How did I not see that?
Surely there are others.
Of course there are. Oh, here's one I cooked up this morning on the John. Pretend I didn't say that. It's a bit more political than I'm known for. I'd like to focus on a family, a group of 5 young daughters. Oh, and it's the past, like Victorian or Renaissance or something. Now, all these daughters are interesting, but they need husbands. And while not all of them are looking to settle down, the circumstances kind of require it.
Excuse me, Al.
Don't call me Al. Back to my daughters. It's a tough situation if you think of it. Did you know women couldn't hold property back then? They had to get married as a form of protection.
You don't say.
I think this could be a big push for me, bringing me into the women's lib movement. It's a gamble, obviously, but maybe it's just the kind of contemporary push that my
That's
career...
exciting! But do you want me to get permission from the Austen estate?
I'm sorry?
This sounds like Pride and Prejudice. I'm only wondering if you want to give Jane Austen some of the credit, or if you want to rip her off completely. Then again, she is just a woman, so...
Forget it! I need to think. No more talking, okay? Just clean this mess up and let me think.
All right, this better be good. Not only am I paying for your assistant,
Claire, sir.
right, whom you seem to largely be ignoring,
She picked up the trash.
but I also paid for an entirely new troupe of actors for today's session because the last ones were, how'd you put it?
I don't really remember.
Oh, dim-witted sewer trash that couldn't act their way out of a wet paper bag, Mr. Clark.
Now, you promised me a heap of new ideas today. I'm ready. We're ready.
Right. So I began thinking of creative ways to bend the concept of a play, Mr. Clark. Like what you said about animals. What is hard to do, what we could still try anyways. So, like, rake the mold. No. Some of the ideas are a little unconventional, so just give them a chance, okay?
That's why I'm still here, Alistair.
Right. So, we meet Tinnitus, and he's...
I'm sorry. Was that tinnitus?
Yeah.
Tinnitus. Like the ear ringing disease?
Yeah.
Continue.
Right. So, we meet Tinnitus at the end of a war. It's been a long war, many years long, and he's desperate to get home. We learned that when he left home, his wife was expecting. The war has finally ended, and he and his men load into boats to head home.
Boats? That could look interesting.
Yes! And as the men take off, we learn that Tinnitus is no ordinary man. He is incredibly brave and strong and smart, with a bit of a target on his back. While he's desperate to get home to his wife, their boats run astray over and over again. They encounter monsters, temptresses. Maybe even a god or two.
A god.
Yeah, and I was thinking you could be like Greek or Roman and we can work in some mythology.
How original.
So, our first obstacle is, he's...
All right, we can stop right here. That's a cut, folks.
What for?
Because you're obviously writing the Odyssey, which is, already in existence.
The Odyssey, of course.
Please tell me there's more. And better. Please tell me there's better.
To be honest, I was really hanging my hopes on that one, but let's see. Mr. Clark, how outrageous can a story get?
Well, that's based on my patience, which is pretty thin right now.
Uh-huh. So, a story about a baked item might be too outrageous?
A baked item?
Yeah, I was thinking like a cookie or a gingerbread man. I heard it that time. I need an animal, like a chicken or a pig. Just pick one. So this animal, or like a chicken, has several friends who are also animals. One day, they find some beans growing in the ground, and one of the animals decides to eat them. He's immediately transformed into a giant plant that goes all the way up to the sky.
What?
Did you say something, dear?
No, sir.
The rest of the animals decide to climb the giant plant that goes all the way up to the sky. But the chicken, she stays behind because she's afraid. While the other animals decide to throw things down at her to invite her up, she begins screaming,
The sky is falling?
yes!
Yeah, I thought so too. Alistair, you can stop right there.
Oh, no good?
No! No good at all! You've somehow managed to combine both Jack and the Beanstalk and Chicken Little and bring out the worst in both stories! I think that'll be it for today, folks.
No! Wait! I have more ideas.
It's clear to me that you don't!
No! Just listen! This notebook is full! We begin in Denmark, and the king has just died. Italy, and there's a family feud.
Romeo and Juliet.
Poor Allie, she's chasing a garden.
That's Alice in Wonderland. Oh! It's like a game!
There's this
I know this one.
Mary Poppins?
Well, how about a Jedi who waves between the forces of good and evil in the galaxy far away?
What in heaven's name is a Jedi? All right, I think we can go home.
Oh, darn! I didn't win any! It wasn't a competition. Easy for you to say. You got one!
Alistair, I don't know what happened to you. You're washed up.
No, sir.
No! I'll pay for the remainder of Claire's services for the remainder of the day, but no more. It's over, Alistair.
So, what do you want to do?
Excuse me.
Do you want to go for a grab a bite, maybe hash out some more ideas.
You can't be serious.
Well, look, I only get to help you for...
Help me? Is that what you've been doing? Helping me?
Well, I've been trying.
All you've accomplished is helping me make a bigger and more expensive fool of myself. You sit there, judging in silence, as I produce unoriginal pitches, one after the other.
If I could remind you, you did order me not to help you or give you any advice.
And what a difference it may have made.
Look, Al!
Stop calling me Al!
Fine! Alistair! If I could just...
No! No more help, no more judgment, no more... You! Get out!
Please, Mr. Mooneyham.
Out! Out!
If your sweetheart sends a letter of goodbye,
You don't want any!
Well, I've heard that one before.
You! What do you want?
I wanted to show you something.
Not interested. I've got to clear the premises by 4 tomorrow, and I want to get one last nap in before packing up.
Fine. I'll just leave this here with you then.
What is it?
A play. Bye.
Al, don't call me. You have a play?
I do.
You wrote a play.
It's not that hard. Okay, I must admit something. You kind of wrote it too.
What?
Well, I borrowed your notes and kind of combined them. So it's a bit of a joint effort.
Why would you do this?
Well, like I said when I met you, you're considered one of the greatest playwrights of this generation. And despite basically everything you've done since I've worked for you, you're still my inspiration.
But why would you use my notes?
Oh, I didn't have to. I have 6 finished plays at home, you see, but no one will read them. No one will even let me in through the door because
You're a woman.
because I'm a 19-year-old woman. Apparently genius can exist in a teenager, like it did with you, but only if you're male.
And Mr. Clark, did you show it to him?
I had a meeting 3 weeks ago with Mr. Clark. I brought along all of my plays, plus 3 letters of recommendation. Do you know what he did?
I have an idea.
Thought I was there to interview for the secretary. So I finagled the interview into an opportunity to work with you, the legendary Alistair Mooneyham.
Yikes! If I had known you'd gone through all that trouble, I probably would have been nicer to you.
Yes, you're a monster. But that's not the point, Al.
Don't call me.
I think by this time I've earned the right to call you whatever I want. Wouldn't you agree?
Continue.
The point is, this play is the answer for both of us.
How?
It gets you back on stage and back in front of Mr. Clark. And it's good, Al. It's the sort of something really good. Because you had a hand in it, albeit very indirectly.
And you?
It gets me credited as a co-writer.
Co-writer? But you wrote this, not me.
Oh, that's gallant of you, Al. But remember, my name on its own as the byline is a suicide mission for any play I write. Sadly, I need your name to help get it put on.
I see.
And maybe you could take a look at some of my other plays? Help get them off the ground someday?
I could try.
Good. Then let's begin.
Begin what?
Hello, this is Claire Evering, Mr. Mooneyham's assistant. Yes, please tell Mr. Clark we would like to present one last pitch to him at Mr. Mooneyham's office as soon as possible. Yes, I'll hold. Start cleaning up, would you? We have work to do.
take out the papers and the you ain't gonna rock and roll no more. Just finish cleaning up your room.
I dare say, Alistair, this is unacceptable.
Good evening, Mr. Clark.
If it wasn't for our years of working together, I wouldn't be here.
And I appreciate that, sir.
Well, I came to tell you straight to your face that our contract has ended. Please clear the premises immediately. Oh, why, Miss,
Evering, sir. Claire Evering.
I'm sorry that your first position went so poorly. Perhaps you could reschedule another meeting and we could try again. Or have you reconsidered your aversion to secretarial work?
Actually, sir, I've reconsidered my desire to be a writer's assistant as well.
Oh.
Yes, sir, I thought I might give writing a shot.
If you would, sir, please have a seat. Claire and I have some things we'd like to share with you.
You two? Ah, you're an idol.
Of course not.
No, sir. As charming as I may find Miss Everett, it's a big hurdle in any form of romantic relationship.
Not for some people.
Oh.
Well, then what's this? Why are the actors here? And all of them?
Mr. Clark, we've written a show.
Who?
Claire and me.
You!
Yes, sir.
Oh, well, if you would just send that to my secretary, dear, I could try to give her a read.
You see, we knew you would say that, sir, and that's why we took the liberty of hiring these actors to put on display for you our pitch tonight.
You know, save you all that fuss about reading the script.
I don't know.
Take a seat, Mr. Clark. Everyone ready?
Our story begins with a princess, a hero, and a boy.
The three meet each other on a road leading out of their kingdoms.
Each one is being chased out of town by something different. My evil stepmother is trying to kill me. She's jealous of my beauty, but I just want to do good in the world. Speak to forest animals.
The Cyclops is trying to kill me, and I just want to set sail over the Aegean and be reunited with my beautiful and faithful Penelope.
My uncle's trying to kill me, just like he killed my father. But do I want him to kill me, or would I rather do that myself?
What?
I'm working through some things.
The group decides that 3 is better than 1, and to stick together as they leave their kingdoms.
They trudge on day after day through the thick forest surrounding their kingdoms.
Suddenly, they notice that the thickness of the forest is overwhelming them. They feel lost.
Not only that, but the forest is also changing. The trees seem to come alive.
This is no forest. It's a wonderland. Keep it down! Suddenly, the forest stops, and the trio meets. Alistair, we talked about this.
Oh, sorry. A wizard.
Oh, wise wizard, we 3 are on a great quest.
Can you help us? We are in such danger.
I don't really need any help, honestly. I kind of wanted to leave anyways.
Silence all! I, the magical wizard, shall bestow onto each of you a gift. Open them only when you feel most powerless, and they surely will help you. Or they won't. You never know with these things.
Upon the wizard's exit, the trio find themselves out of the enchanted forest.
They are relieved, but then are immediately beset upon by a rabid dog.
He used to be a very kind and loyal dog.
Not a narrator. Get back into character.
I know. I'll use the wizard's kindly gifts to save us all.
Beans?
What
would you like to explain to me how you're going to grow a beanstalk in the middle of a stage play?
Not really.
Well, this is one of those creative stage devices Alistair was talking about yesterday. It will be difficult, but it's also something no one has ever done before.
Huh.
Do you really think we're going to be able to pull this off?
Well, he hasn't stopped us yet, so I think that's a good sign.
I'll go first in case there's danger.
There's more danger down here. No!
Use your gift!
Here, boy!
Now what?
At the top of the beanstalk, they seem to have entered a new world. They see a group of townsfolk milling around and picking up stones.
Wait, stop! This isn't fair! No!
Now, the princess, the hero, and the boy might be lost, but they're not stupid. This does not look like a town they want any part of, so instead, they look for the easiest way to get out. Look! Maybe if we jump off over there, we'll land in a different area, away from the dog.
But how will we get down?
We still have one gift left.
Here goes nothing!
The three jump from the platform. Using the magical gifts on the umbrella, float down slowly. As they descend,
The sky is falling!
that was a bit of a jumped cue, but moving on.
The three continue on their journey, having used their magical gifts. They can only hope that their perils are now over, as the wizard appears to be long gone.
They step out into a vast and beautiful moor, but are immediately beset upon by 5 Regency-era women.
May I interject?
Sir?
I'm sorry, dear. I just have a question for Alice.
What is it?
Mooneyham, you seem to be relying an awful lot on female roles. Is this wise?
What do you mean, sir?
Yeah, Mr. Clark?
What do you mean?
Nothing! Absolutely nothing at all. I love it. As you were.
These women are ambitious, young, but worst of all, unmarried. Each must marry in hopes for a future, but the prospects are bleak.
Excuse me, but might you be in possession of a good fortune and vast estates for hosting balls?
And a piano forte.
Excuse us, but my sisters are a little eager. But since they asked, would you be able to point us in the direction of town? We need to buy some ribbons.
I'm so confused.
So muscular!
I like him too. You do know he can hear you, don't you?
Do you like boiled potatoes?
Despite the crowded state of the moor, the group are set upon by 2 new characters, a pair of teenagers.
What is it?
We're in love, but we can't be together! Why not?
Our families hate each other. That doesn't seem so bad.
Also, he just killed my cousin, and there's a price on his head!
Well, she's engaged to someone else.
Oh dear.
I think it might not be in the cards for you kids.
But what can we do?
I have an idea.
You do?
Yes, it involves all of us.
The boy suggests that the princess go to Juliet's family to marry her fiancé, the handsome Paris. That way, she escapes her evil stepmother and marries a handsome prince.
Is he really handsome?
He's handsome enough. Rich too.
Good enough for me!
But what about my family? That's where I'll go.
You?
Yeah, I don't want to be all alone, you know. I just need to get away from my uncle because he's trying to kill me, and I don't really want to be the king of Denmark anyways.
My life involves an overbearing mother and a band of annoying friends who follow me around.
Sounds great.
Sir?
And us at the ball!
You're the hero, obviously. You'll escort Romeo, Juliet, and these lovely young ladies out of town and into their new life, where they'll live happily and safely ever after. and I have a feeling that there might be some eligible bachelors off in Greece.
Then I can finally set sail across the Aegean and be reunited with my beautiful and faithful Penelope.
Right, that too.
The group said their goodbyes and split ways. The princess to her new prince, the boy to his new family, and the hero to his noble quest.
And they all lived, more or less, happily ever after.
Wait! Did I forget about the part of the talking bug?
You idiot! Get out of here! Sorry! Well, Mr. Clark, what do you think?
I'd like to speak to Alistair and
Claire.
Claire alone, please. Would you like the good news or the bad news first?
The bad news.
Okay, here's the bad news. It's crude. It's sloppy. It's almost entirely unoriginal. And it needs more. Much more.
Is there any good news?
I like it! You do? I do! You've managed to change the canon of literature into a comical farce. By weaving in all the stories, we've somehow managed to find a new story on our journey.
Exactly!
Thank you, Mr. Clark.
That's not to say it's finished. Far from it.
I understand.
Here's my proposal. We renew your contract, Alistair, and for Claire, we write up a new one.
As a writer.
As a writer.
Oh, Mr. Clark, I cannot thank you enough for this opportunity.
I don't think you have me to thank for this one. Without Alistair, I'm afraid you wouldn't have even made it through the door.
But thank God she did.
There's a lot of work I have to do. I want a finished draft on my desk, let's say Thursday at 4.
Thursday at 4.
A washed-up middle-aged playwright and his teenage protege. A woman at that. Who would have thought?
That guy. Please. I'm hardly washed up.
Well, I don't know about that, but I'm not your protege.
Well, what do you say? How about a little celebration? Wanna go get some champagne?
Are you crazy? Did you hear, Mr. Clark? We have work to do.
Now? But can't we just take a moment to celebrate?
We only have until next week to clean this up and submit a finished draft. Sit. Ow, who are you kidding?
Don't call me out.
I will call you whatever I please.
We're gonna leave, right?